going later's house.
2-year-old Mason is a bundle of energy. Yet just 6 weeks ago, he was a very ill little boy.
He had failure in both of his kidneys. He was undergoing dialysis for 2 years. He had to be attached to a machine for 12 hours at night.
To save his life, his father Lawrence became an organ donor.
I thought, well, the best chance he would have would be for me to donate my kidney to him, and so he wouldn't have to spend long on dialysis, or it could mean that if that didn't work, he would die.
Oh no.
It's just amazing to see him running around knowing that he's going to have a really good chance of life, a normal life.
But not everyone is so lucky. There's a serious shortage of African Caribbean donors. 29% of people on the transplant waiting list are Black, Asian, or from a minority ethnic group. But last year, just 6% of all deceased donors were from these communities. And only a third of Black and Asian families allow a dead relative's organ to be used. That's compared with 2/3 of white families.
When there's a language barrier, there's a cultural barrier.
Black patients can receive a transplant from a white donor, but
you're just much more likely to match within your own little ethnic group. It's a lot more important when it comes to bone marrow transplantation and also blood donation, and that's why we can't just rely on one section of the community to provide organs for everybody else.
And the story unfolds. Natasha Tawari is a singer. She wrote this song about how complications from diabetes led to organ failure. She is still smiling, but she's lost her sight completely and now desperately needs a dual transplant.
Waiting 4 years feels like eternity already. You just hope and pray that a kidney and a pancreas comes up, because it holds everything with life is put on hold.
Every day, up to 3 people die waiting for an organ transplant in the UK. And if you're Black, Asian, or from a minority ethnic group, on average you wait 6 months longer for a kidney than white patients.
At the end, he needed an organ transplant.
Orrin Lewis's stepson died from multiple organ failure. He set up a charity to tackle cultural and religious barriers to donation.
Myths, fears and taboos, lack of awareness, apathy, not my problem. All those sort of things are in there. Mistrust of the medical establishment as to what's going to be done with my organs.
Attitudes campaigners say must change to stop people dying needlessly. Since filming, Natasha's health has deteriorated. She's now seriously ill. While Lawrence and Mason are both recovering well at home after a successful transplant. Sarah Corker, BBC News.